Hey guys, I'm just on an easy walk right now, back in Chiang Mai at the lake here. It's really beautiful with the mountains behind. Just want to make a quick video today talking about returning back to training after injury, or maybe you've been off running for a long time. This is something that I've been going through myself recently, returning back after breaking my hand. Fortunately, it's only been a couple of weeks for me. Some of you guys might have been out with injury for, I don't know, 6 weeks, a couple of months, maybe even longer than that for something very serious. So I just wanted to talk about a few easy ideas. Maybe these are already points that you thought about yourself if you're training, getting back into training, but it's really important to really bear these in mind, to think about the opportunity that you have now to really start your training off in the perfect way that you can, in the best way to build yourself up to become a better athlete moving forward. So first point to remember, and it seems like an obvious one, but so many runners really miss out on this all the time and kind of go overboard too soon. You really need to give yourself more time to get back into the flow really easily, and really think about taking things really slow, really easy to start with. It's too easy to think about the fitness that you had before the injury. Maybe if you've been out for a long time, you certainly will have noticed some decrease in fitness getting back into your running stride again. So it's really important to take things easy, and not just for the first run, not just for the second run, you know, thinking about a couple of very easy weeks going back into your training. Maybe if you've been out for a long time, maybe if you've had something like a stress fracture, you want to think about taking things really slow to start with, thinking about incorporating walk running into your schedule to start with. So setting yourself the challenge, maybe you want to be out there for 30 minutes, but you're going to be walking for 8 minutes, jogging for 2 minutes, walking for 8 minutes. And of course, these are ways that many people even start getting into running in the first place. You have to think about taking things slow, letting your body adapt again, letting that progressive stress that you put on the body really create those benefits, and building that fitness up is always the #1 key component. Going along with this, thinking about adding in cross training if you weren't doing it already, or if you haven't been cross training throughout your injury. It's really important to think about that concept, that the most important thing you can do is just think about building your fitness overall. So taking things easy, just getting out there on easy walks like I am now, or getting out there for an easy bike ride, going to the gym, maybe getting on a spin bike or doing some sort of cross training is a really important way just to get that fitness, that general overall fitness building up again, and avoiding doing those harder sessions. If you're coming back from an injury, it's really important that you don't try and jump yourself back into interval sessions, tempo runs, or getting too extreme on the long runs too soon. You have to give yourself time to adapt. There's a lot of adaptations that need to take place in your body so you can safely continue with your training again and not end up injured again anytime soon. So the second point you need to consider is adding in those key ideas, those key little workouts that maybe you've missed out before. Talking about plenty of stretching, some strengthening into your routine, some mobility drills maybe. These are all the small things that really add up. If you are leaving your stretching behind, if you're not keeping that flexibility up, or that range of movement that is really important within your running stride, then you're allowing that stiffness, that fatigue to onset to build itself up, allowing all that kind of tightness to really build up, which can lead to an alteration in your running stride or lead into a potential injury in the future. So it's really important to really focus on those key small areas regularly in a routine within your training cycle in the week. So make sure you're doing some stretching, making sure you're doing some mobility, some strength and core. Really simple ideas, really quick workouts. Don't have to be any more than a few minutes at a time, maybe 5-10 minutes after a run every other day. All these different components will make a really big difference in allowing you to be resistant to injury in the future. And it's always about prevention. Prevention is the best cure after all. And when it comes to injury, especially overuse injuries, this is the best way to really prevent those from taking an onset. So the next point you really need to consider is your nutrition, your diet. What are you eating from day to day? Are you eating the best foods that you can to really optimize your recovery, your health, your just general overall intake to really replenish those nutrients that you're using when you're running? These are some big questions you should ask yourself and really think about in building yourself back up after an injury, or building yourself back up into your running plan. So you need to think about refueling yourself with the best nutrition you can. So think about getting plenty of plants in, plenty of vegetables, plenty of fruits. Just really easy key steps, but to make sure that you are getting in great nutrients to help you with your running and your recovery is a really important aspect. These are things I use in my running all the time, my training. I really think about food and think about the power of foods, certain foods that have and the nutrients that they have in them, to really make the most of my training to get the best benefits I can from them. Okay, last point to consider, if you guys don't already, you should really think about the power of rest, recovery and sleep. I'm sure now that you've been injured for a while and you're getting back into your running routine, you understand the importance of not overdoing things. Maybe if you had an overuse injury, you weren't giving yourself enough rest, enough recovery in the first place. Or maybe if you were just unlucky and the whole injury process taught you just that you have to give your body balance, you have to give it time to recover from the damage that is done, so that it can really grow back and it can heal. That's the most amazing part about the human body. It has this incredible healing aspect to it. Sometimes it takes longer than others. Some injuries will clear themselves up really quickly, but it's a really important aspect, especially moving forward and keeping yourself healthy with your running and making sure it's a well balanced routine. Is thinking about rest days. It's okay to take a day off running from time to time. Sometimes it's the best thing you can do. Putting the body under physical stress allows it to grow, allows it to become stronger, allows that fitness to grow. And if you don't give it rest and recovery time for that, you're just gonna whittle yourself away. You're gonna end up getting some kind of injury, or could be overtrained, or just overstressed in the whole process and lose that motivation to train in the first place. So I really hope these tips have helped you out, guys. Just some really simple tips there. I didn't want to overdo things with too much information or too many ideas. Maybe you guys got some great ideas as well. Maybe you've been injured recently, maybe you're coming back from injury, or maybe you're just a new runner trying to get into a good, healthy, balanced flow, or someone who hasn't trained or done any exercise for a while and trying to just seek some inspiration for that, guys. So let me know your thoughts down below. Leave any comments. I really enjoy those, guys. More videos on the way always, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe button down below. It really means a lot when you guys do that. Like the video if you enjoyed it, guys. And yeah, if you're looking for training or coaching plans, you can always get in touch with me, harryrunsuk@gmail.com. I've got some great races ahead, so I'm back in the training flow myself now. Like I said, I have been injured, but I'm taking things slow now. I've got 8 weeks until my next race, so I'm gradually building up my training leading up to that, and hoping to be in some great fitness by the time the race comes along. So stick around, guys. Hope to bring you guys along with the adventures too. So the next stop is North Face 100 in Hong Kong. So I hope you guys are training hard for whatever your challenges are ahead. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy running.